Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making the perfect apple pie from scratch.
Okay, maybe not perfect. I'm not a chef, but it's at least going to get you some good reviews at the next family function. And it's going to be easy to do, so just keep watching.
So let's go ahead and get started by making the perfect crust.
Okay guys, so first we're going to start by cubing 2 sticks of unsalted butter. You want to make sure this butter just came out of the refrigerator and that it's extremely cold. That is the key to flaky pie crust. So you want to take this butter and you want to make sure you have it coated in flour, and then you want to kind of start mushing the flour and the butter up together until you get to this consistency. Next, you're going to want to add about 5 tablespoons of water, little by little, until you can form a ball with the dough. Make sure this water is ice cold. Remember, ice cold through this whole recipe. That is the key to flaky crust. Now that our dough is formed, we're going to split it in half and form 2 round mounds. You want to try your very best not to overwork the dough. So once you get in those round mounds, you want to put it in plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator for the minimum of 30 minutes. Remember, our dough needs to be very cold.
So now that our crust is all done, now we're going to move on to peeling our apples. So I have Granny Smith apples as well as Honeycrisp apples. You do want to be careful which type of apple you buy for this type of pie, because it has to be able to hold up throughout the process. So Granny Smiths are the best, and Honeycrisp are also a good option. So let's start by peeling these. You want to first wash them.
And also make sure you start by washing your hands, because if you started off by not washing your hands, nobody wants to eat your dirty pie.
Alright guys, so now that we are finished peeling all our apples, now we're going to do the slicing of the apples. And you want to kind of make them very thin to make sure that they are able to cook all the way through. So I'm going to start by slicing it down the middle, and then slicing it down the middle once again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the insides and we're going to get rid of those. It's going to be thin like that. Okay, so we are finally finished peeling all of those apples. So you only need about 7 large apples. I'm actually making 2 pies, so I have to peel 14 apples. But we are now finished, and now we're gonna add them into our pie, because we're gonna cook them actually before we put them in the pie shell. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we're gonna add all of our ingredients for our pie filling in here. So we're gonna start with 1 tablespoon of fresh squeezed lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of lemon extract, 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of white sugar and a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar. Last thing we're gonna add is 1/3 cup of butter. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put this on the stove and cook it for 8 minutes.
Once everything melts, you want to add 1/4 cup of cornstarch to help with thickening the mixture. Next, we're going to grab our dough and go ahead and roll it out. One of the mounds is going to be for the bottom of the pie, and the other is going to be for the top of the pie. Here I'm using a pizza cutter to create the strips needed for the top of the pie.
Okay guys, so we're almost finished. Now we're gonna take the apples, we're gonna put them in here, we're gonna put our decorations, we're gonna put our crust on top, then we're gonna do an egg wash, then we're gonna put it in the oven, and then we're finished. So let's go ahead and pour this in here.
Okay, so now it's time to put the strips on the pie. Now listen, please don't come for me in the comment section about these strips. I know they're not perfect. I'm not a professional chef, but It's all gonna work itself out in the end. It's all gonna look fine. You just gotta trust the process. Now I'm using the fork and the pizza cutter to kind of clean up the ends. And here we have the pie before it goes in the oven. I did forget to tape the egg wash, but just take some egg and some sugar and coat the top of your pie. Once you've done your egg wash, you want to bake it at 425 degrees for 15 minutes, and then you want to turn your oven down to 350 degrees for 45 minutes. And there you have it. That is a timeless recipe for any occasion. Hey, maybe your family doesn't trust you to make the macaroni and cheese or the sweet potato pie. This is the perfect recipe to get your foot in the door and maybe work your way up to potato salad. I believe in it. If you make it, comment down below and let me know. Bye, guys.